Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it's Real Talk Tuesday. Have you ever heard the story in the book of Genesis about a guy named Abraham? And Abraham took his son Isaac and was going to sacrifice him because that's what the Lord told him to do. But at the last minute, he intervened and he did not have to do that. But maybe what you don't understand is the progression of when Isaac was born in the first place. And so I want to backtrack. And when God called Abraham, this is what he said. And this is actually Genesis 12, starting in verse 1. And he said, the Lord had said to Abraham, go from your country, your people, your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you'll be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all people on earth will be blessed through you. So Abraham went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Check it out. You know how old this cat was? Man, this cat was 75 years old when he asked him to do all that. I mean, a lot of people be at the assisted living facility by then, not getting rid of all their stuff and then taking off across the land. And then even, one thing God promised is he promised him a child. And so again, 75 and now you're going to have a kid. A little shocking. Look, I mean, that'd be shocking to me if that happened. But again, God's ways are not our ways. And so here's the deal. Do you realize how long it took for that to happen? 25 years passed before Isaac was even born, according to God's word. And that's a long time. But you know what? Abraham was so patient during that time. He was so patient. He had a strong faith in the Lord. Think about it. 75 waited 25 more years to have that child that God had promised him. Here's where I'm going with this today is a lot of times we want something from the Lord and we begin to seek him, but we're not very patient. And so when we talk about wait upon the Lord, what does that look like? Wait a day, wait 2 days? Because understand, God's timing is perfect timing. Even when Abraham was going to sacrifice his son, the perfect timing is when the angel said, hey, do not lay a hand on him at the exact right moment. And so when we believe and you say God is sovereignly in control, and I hear you say these things, I've said this, and understand, I'm not pointing a finger because I've traveled this road. And for example, again, when we're asking God for something, when Rock Bottom Outreach was born or birthed, I wanted to market it. I wanted to grow it and make it as big as it could be very, very fast. But then I had to understand that this ministry doesn't belong to me. The ministry belongs to God, and this is actually his. And I could market all day long, but God's the ultimate marketer. Even when we had events and I'd make a guest list, if everyone didn't show up, I'd be disappointed. But again, reminding that God's timing's perfect and he makes the guest list. And a lot of times on social media, we post our activities because a lot of people do want to know, what do you do exactly? And so that gives them a chance to be involved. But I see almost aggressive marketing, aggressive promoting. And a lot of times you have to be careful because you run ahead of the Lord and it's not in his timing. It's your timing. You're taking matters into your own hands. And so kind of like Abraham, he could have got frustrated and said, forget this mess. Obviously, God's not providing what he promised. I'm gonna go and get artificial insemination or something like that. I don't think it existed back then. But again, when you pray for patience for the Lord to, and I think a lot of times it's when you got 24 kids at home and you're like, Lord, please give me patience. Well, he gave you 24 kids, and I would think that really is going to test your patience in the first place. So people say, hey, watch what you pray for. But again, I'm saying this today. If you believe God's word and you want to remain faithful, you want to be steadfast, you're praying for God's perfect timing, You need to be prepared to wait. You need to be patient and be prepared to wait if you believe these things. It's when we put ourselves ahead of God. And again, I've been there before. When you're seeking God in something, it may not be one day. This cat waited 25 years for what he was promised. Again, let God guide you according to his plan and his timing. Stop running ahead of him in the race. It's never, ever going to go the way he wants it to when you take matters in your own hands. Hey, be patient. Be patient. Watch what you pray for. Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. Been a Real Talk Tuesday. Bam. Have a great day.